Welcome to English Conversation Café. Learn English through natural conversations.
Okay, so I need to tell you something embarrassing. Like, really embarrassing.
Oh no. How bad are we talking?
So bad. So bad. Okay, picture this. I'm in a coffee shop, right? And there's this very cute barista. Very cute. He looks at me and goes, "Hi, what can I get for you today?"
Okay, normal so far.
And nothing. I said nothing. I just stood there, staring at him, like a confused goldfish.
Wait, you blanked out? On a coffee order?
On a coffee order, Max. I drink coffee every single day. I know how to order coffee. But my brain just went completely empty, like someone pulled the plug.
What did you do?
I pointed at the menu. I pointed, like a toddler. And here's the worst part. I understood everything he said perfectly. Every single word. But the second I had to actually speak, gone. Nada. Nothing.
Haley, that is literally what today's episode is about.
I know. And it happened to me, someone who speaks English every day. So imagine how it feels for English learners out there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about it. Welcome to English Conversation Café. I'm Max.
And I'm Haley, apparently unable to order her own coffee.
Today we are talking about one of the most frustrating experiences English learners tell us about. You watch English videos, you listen to English podcasts, you read in English, and you understand everything. But then someone asks you a simple question in English, and your brain just stops.
Like a computer that freezes. You know that little spinning wheel of death?
Exactly that. So today, we're going to talk about why this happens. There's actually a real scientific reason. And more importantly, we're going to give you practical things you can do about it, starting today.
And I want you to know right now, it is not because you're bad at English. It is not a personal failure. Once you understand why it happens, you're going to feel so much better.
So stay with us all the way through, because at the end of the episode, we have the Cafe Rewind, where we go back through all the best expressions from today's conversation and give you a chance to actually practice saying them out loud.
It's basically a mini speaking workout, and you're going to love it.
And hey, if you're new here, welcome to the cafe. We make new episodes every week to help you speak natural, confident, everyday English.
Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of them. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it honestly means the world to us. Go on, we'll wait.
We actually will. Okay, let's get into the story. So I want to start with a story. When I was about 19 or 20, I used to volunteer at my university, helping new international students settle in. And these were seriously smart people. Engineering students, medical students, future scientists.
Okay, impressive crowd.
Very impressive. And they could write perfect emails in English. They could read long academic papers without a problem. But when I'd take them somewhere, like a supermarket or a cafe, and someone would talk to them directly, they would go quiet. They'd look at me to answer for them.
Oh, that's so relatable. That feeling of wanting someone else to just handle it.
And I remember one student. I won't say his name, but he told me, "Max, I feel so stupid. I know English. I've studied it for years. But when I open my mouth, nothing comes out."
And he was not stupid. Not even a little bit.
Not at all. He was one of the most intelligent people I've met. He just had a gap, a very specific gap between understanding English and actually producing it.
And that gap has a real name, actually. In linguistics, it's called the Receptive-Productive Gap, which sounds very scientific and fancy, but the actual idea is simple.
Yeah, basically, your brain has two different systems. one system for understanding language. That's called your receptive skill. And a completely separate system for producing language, speaking and writing. That's your productive skill.
And here's the thing. Those two systems don't automatically work together. You can be amazing at one and still struggle with the other.
Right. And a really good way to picture it. Haley, you had a good analogy for this earlier.
Oh, yes. Okay, so imagine you're watching someone play guitar. You can follow the song perfectly. You feel the rhythm, you understand what they're doing. You're nodding along like you totally get it.
But then someone hands you the guitar.
Complete disaster. You suddenly realize that watching and doing are completely different things.
That's such a perfect image.
I know, I'm a genius. Let's continue.
So let's really get into the why. Because I genuinely believe that when learners understand the reason this happens, it removes a lot of shame. It stops feeling like a personal failure.
Yes, okay, so listening and reading are passive skills. Your brain is just receiving information. It's like being a passenger in a car. You're just sitting there, taking in the scenery.
You don't have to do anything. The car drives itself.
Exactly. But speaking? Speaking is active. Think about everything your brain has to do at the same time. You have to find the right word, choose the right grammar, think about your pronunciation, manage your nerves, and make sense of what the other person just said, all in real time with no pauses, no rewind button.
When you put it like that, it sounds exhausting.
It is. It's like suddenly you're the one driving the car, in traffic, and someone's honking at you.
And you haven't driven in 6 months.
And it's raining. Yeah, that's what speaking a foreign language feels like under pressure.
So, the first big reason learners freeze up is simply that speaking requires so much more mental effort than listening. And the second reason, which is just as important, is fear.
Yeah, fear is huge.
And it's not just fear of making mistakes, although that's definitely part of it. It's also fear of the silence. That moment when you're searching for a word and the seconds are passing and the other person is just standing there, looking at you, waiting.
That is the worst feeling.
And that pressure makes your brain shut down even more. Because now you're not just trying to speak English, you're also panicking about the fact that you can't speak English. And that makes it harder.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You think, I'm going to freeze up, and because you're thinking that, you freeze up.
Exactly. The fear creates the problem.
Super helpful, brain. Really appreciate that.
And there's actually a third reason, and I think this one doesn't get talked about enough. Most learners practice input. Listening, reading, watching TV in English. All of that is great, but they don't practice output, actual speaking.
Right, and those are different muscles.
Completely different. It's like going to the gym and only watching other people lift weights. You'll understand exactly what correct form looks like. You'll know all the theory, but you won't get any stronger yourself.
Oh my God, that image is so good.
The only way to get stronger is to actually pick up the weights. And the only way to get better at speaking is to actually speak.
Even when it's messy. Even when it's scary.
Even when the words come out in the wrong order. That's not failure, that's practice.
Honestly, I think that mindset shift alone, understanding that messy speaking is still good practice, is worth the whole episode.
Okay, so I want to do a little experiment, a role play.
Oh, I love a role play. What are we doing?
So Haley, you're going to be an English learner. You understand absolutely everything I say. Your comprehension is perfect. But when it's your turn to speak, you can only say yes, okay, or point.
Oh no. Okay, I'll try.
Ready?
Okay.
Hey, great to see you. How was your weekend?
Yes.
Yes? Like, yes, it was good?
Yes, okay.
Oh, nice. Did you do anything fun? You went somewhere?
Yes, okay. This is so stressful. Oh my God.
Okay. Let's stop there. Because what just happened is actually really important. Haley, how did that feel?
Honestly, even knowing it was a game, even knowing I could literally just say any words, there was still this little wave of panic. Like, I knew exactly what I wanted to say. The thoughts were completely there, but turning them into spoken words under that pressure felt strangely hard.
Right. And that is exactly what English learners feel every single day.
I have a new level of respect for every single person learning a language. That takes real courage.
It really does. So let's talk about what you can actually do, because there are real practical strategies. And some of them are things you can start doing today, even alone at home.
Let's go.
Okay, so the number one strategy I always give people is practice speaking in low-stakes situations, meaning situations where nothing bad happens if you make a mistake. No judgment, no consequences, no pressure.
Not your job interview. Not meeting your partner's parents for the first time.
Save those for later. Start small.
Talk to yourself. I know it sounds weird, but talking to yourself out loud in English is honestly one of the most effective things you can do. I did it for a whole year when I was working on accents.
What would you say?
Literally just narrated my own life, like, now I am making my coffee. The coffee is very hot. I like coffee very much. Coffee is my best friend.
That is both adorable and very effective.
It works because there is zero pressure. You can't embarrass yourself in front of your own mirror. Well, you can, but it doesn't count.
And what you're doing in that moment is building muscle memory. You're training your brain and your mouth to work together, to actually produce English, until it starts to feel more automatic. Less like work, more like reflex.
Like learning to type on a keyboard. At first, you're looking at every single key, hunting for each letter. And then one day you just type. Your fingers know where to go without thinking.
That's exactly the goal with speaking. Not let me carefully construct this sentence, but something that flows naturally, because you've practiced it enough.
And another thing that helped me so much, think out loud. When you're solving a problem or making a decision or even just doing something boring at home, do it in English, out loud.
Oh, I love this one. So instead of thinking, what should I make for dinner in your first language, you say it in English, out loud.
Okay, I have eggs. I have some pasta. Maybe I can make something with pasta? Yeah, pasta sounds good. Boom. That's real speaking practice.
And you start to notice gaps. Moments where you think, oh, I don't know the English word for this. And that's useful. Now you know what to go and learn.
Exactly. And don't be scared of those gaps. They're actually good. They show you exactly where to focus.
Another thing I want to say, and this is important, don't be afraid to use simple words. I think a lot of learners freeze up because they're searching for the perfect word, the advanced word, the impressive sounding word.
But communication is not about impressive words. It's about getting your meaning across.
Exactly. If you forget the word exhausted, just say, very, very tired. If you forget disappointed, say, I feel sad about it. Simple works. Simple is understood.
And honestly, being able to explain something in simple words is actually a skill. It's not a sign that your English is weak. It's a sign that you know how to communicate.
And the last strategy, and I think this might be the most important, learn to push through the silence. Don't give up the moment you feel that pause coming.
What do you mean by push through?
I mean, buy yourself time. Use phrases like, let me think about that. Or, that's a good question, so, or, how do I say this? These little phrases give your brain a few extra seconds to find the words.
And they sound natural. Native speakers do this all the time. Nobody speaks in perfect, uninterrupted sentences.
Nobody. And filler words. I mean, like, you know. So, these are normal. They're part of real, natural English. They tell the listener, I'm still thinking, stay with me.
Which is basically what we say on this podcast constantly.
Very intentionally. We model it for you.
So the big message is, the gap between understanding and speaking is real. It's normal. It's not your fault. But it only closes one way, and that's by speaking. Regularly. Imperfectly. Bravely.
Progress over perfection. Every single time. Okay, we have a question for you. And we genuinely want to hear your answer in the comments.
Have you ever experienced this? That moment where you understood every word in English, but when it was your turn to speak, you froze up completely?
Tell us about it. What was the situation? Was it at work? With a friend? Traveling? Ordering food, like some people we know?
We don't need to bring that up again, Max.
And if you found something that helps you push through that moment, share it in the comments. Your experience could be exactly what someone else needs to read today.
We read every single comment, so leave yours below. Let's make the comment section a little community of people who get it. Okay, it is time for the Cafe Rewind.
This is our favorite part of the show. We go back through the conversation and pull out the most useful expressions, the ones we used naturally throughout the episode.
And this week, we want you to do something a little different. We want you to actually say these out loud. Not just listen, speak.
Because remember what today's whole episode was about? The gap between understanding and speaking only closes through output practice. So let's practice right now, together.
Don't be shy. Even if you're on the bus, whisper it, mouth it, do something. Your future fluent self will thank you.
Okay, expression number 1, freeze up.
To freeze up means to suddenly stop being able to move, speak, or think, usually because of fear or pressure. You go completely still, like ice. I froze up when the teacher asked me a question in front of the whole class.
Okay, your turn. Say it out loud right now. I froze up.
Good. Number 2, blank out.
To blank out means your mind goes completely empty. You forget things, even things you know very well. I blanked out during the exam and couldn't remember anything I studied.
Repeat after me. My mind went blank.
Nice. Number 3, low stakes.
Low stakes describes a situation where there are no serious consequences if you make a mistake. The pressure is low, the risk is small. Practice your English in low-stakes situations first, like talking to yourself at home.
Your turn. This is a low-stakes situation.
Yes! Number 4, get the words out.
To get the words out means to actually manage to say what you want to say, even when it feels difficult. I was so nervous, but I pushed through and got the words out.
Say it. I finally got the words out.
Excellent. Number 5, think out loud.
To think out loud means to say your thoughts as you're having them, instead of keeping them inside your head. I like to think out loud when I'm solving a problem. It really helps me focus.
Repeat. Let me think out loud for a second.
Number 6, muscle memory.
Muscle memory is when you've practiced something so many times that your brain does it automatically, without conscious thinking. It becomes a reflex. After months of daily practice, speaking English started to feel like muscle memory.
Say it out loud. It's becoming muscle memory now.
Number 7. Push through.
To push through means to keep going, even when something is hard or uncomfortable. To not give up. When you feel that silence coming, don't panic. Just push through it.
Your turn. I'm going to push through.
I love that one. And our final expression, number 8. Make sense of something.
To make sense of something means to understand something, especially when it's complex or confusing. It took me a while, but I finally made sense of why I kept freezing up.
Repeat. I'm starting to make sense of it.
You just did 8 expressions, out loud. That is real output practice. That is exactly what we talked about today.
I am actually proud of you. No joke. That took a little courage and you did it.
Okay, let's come back to where we started. Haley, the coffee shop.
Must we go back there?
We must, because I think that moment is actually the perfect reminder. Even confident, fluent speakers freeze up sometimes. Under the right pressure, or apparently the right cute barista.
That is not relevant, Max.
The brain can go blank, and that's human. That is completely 100% human.
The difference is, now you understand why it happens. You know about the receptive-productive gap. You know that your brain has to work much harder to speak than to listen. And you have real tools, low-stakes practice, talking to yourself, thinking out loud, using simple words, pushing through the silence.
And the most important thing to remember, every single time you open your mouth and try, even if it's messy, even if the words aren't perfect, even if you have to point at the menu,
Max.
you are getting better. Every single time.
Progress over perfection. Always.
We mean it. We believe in you. Keep going.
And if this episode helped you even a little, if it made something click, it would mean so much to us if you hit that subscribe button. We work really hard on these episodes, and every subscriber genuinely helps us keep going.
New episodes every week. Conversations, expressions, stories. All designed to help you speak more natural, confident English.
And leave us a comment telling us about your freeze-up moment. Trust me, I shared mine. It's only fair. The more embarrassing, the better, honestly.
Until next time, I'm Max.
I'm Haley, and this has been English Conversation Café.
See you next week. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for listening. We hope today's conversation helped you understand real English better. Subscribe and join us for the next episode.